Hello everybody and welcome back to the Library of Ruina. Alrighty, so I know some of you are pretty excited about that, and we will be continuing that. However, I did want to catch up on a couple general receptions as far as modding goes, because I know I've been a little bit rude to general receptions. I haven't really shown many of them off. So, hopefully in this one we're going to change that a little bit. And then in the next one we'll probably do a little bit more that. We'll see what the second and third abnormality is. And then hopefully we will be good to go. So, the first one up is going to be none other than the Zwei Section 2 Patrol Office. So, I thought this one would be a little bit interesting. I figured we can give it a little bit of a shot. Wait a minute, I don't have my boost on. Alright, there we go. I turned my boost on. Does it sound better? Hear the music better? Very good. Okay, so, I figure we may as well give it a try. And you know what? We'll bring out dear old Bina for once. So, let's see. A Zwei support fixers' page. 150 health, 80 stagger resistance. Very tanky. Okay. Your shield, defensive dice power +1. At the end of each scene, all allies recover 2 HP. That seems amazing for Marcos. Second wind. At the start of each scene, purge a random status ailment from self. On clash wind, boost the max value of the next die by +3. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. Fortify. On use, restore 1 light. One-sided. Change all dice on this page to slash. On clash win, gain 1 endurance next scene, and then 2 to 5. Clumsy swing. On use, restore 2 light. On clash win, gain 1 endurance. On hit, deal 2 stagger damage. Okay, so they're not rolling too terribly high. At least this guy isn't. Safeguard. On use, restore 2 light. On clash win, deal 3 stagger twice. Your shield. Combat start, give 1 protection to 2 random allies. On use, draw 1 page. On clash win, deal 3 damage, and then a blunt and a slash. Hold the line. Combat start, give 1 bulwark to all allies as seen. 8 to 12 on defense, recover 2 HP, and then 4 to 8 and deal stagger. Bulwark. Boost the minimum and maximum rolls of defensive dice by X for the scene.
Bro, what? Bro, what?
Okay. Reprisal. On combat start, gain 2 protection. On use, increase outgoing damage by the amount of endurance on self. On clash win, boost the next die's max value by +3. On hit, boost the next by +2. And on hit, inflict 1 innervation next scene. Innervation. Deal X times 2 less damage this scene. Interesting. Okay, and then we have 2 rapid response fixers. They both have your shield and second wind. Rapid response. At the start of each scene, if this character has haste, gain 1 assault. And then keeping in stride. Okay, fortify. Rapid response. Restore 2 light, gain 1 haste next scene. On clash win, gain 1 haste next scene. Your shield. Reprisal. Blitzkrieg. On use, draw 1 page. On clash win, gain 1 haste. On hit, add a pierce die, which rolls 5 to 8. And on hit, gain 1 assault next scene. I guess we'll figure out what assault is. Up to 4. Oh jeez, the tankiest one so far. Solar Flare Stigma Armaments. Takes half as much damage from burn. While the character has burn, defensive dice gain +1 power, and when hit, inflict 1 burn to attacker. Offensive dice on the first page this character uses each scene gain on hit, inflict 3 burn to each other. On a successful hit, if target has bleed, deal damage equal to stacks of bleed on target, and purge. Oh, I see. You're quite literally cauterizing the bleed. Okay, okay. U-Corp Experimental Suit. While not staggered, this character's physical and stagger damage resistances cannot be changed. Also receive 10% less damage from attacks.
Bro, what?
Can I have that? Opposing force. At the start of the act, all other allies gain 1 bulwark and 2 tenacity. Whenever the emotion level rises, gain 1 assault and bulwark. Your shield, second wind, rapid response, unrelenting, and calmness. Okay, so Optifor is a little bit strong. Rally. Restore 2 light, gain 1 bulwark. One-sided. Change the type of dice to pierce. On clash win or hit, a random ally recovers 3 stagger resist and gain 1 tenacity. Okay, and tenacity reduces how much damage you take. Thorny Bulwark. Changes all types of dice on this page to pierce... Oh, on one-sided, to pierce and boost their damage by 20%. On clash win / hit, deal 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. Okay. Your shield, Searing Wall. One-sided, change types of all dice on this page to blunt. On clash win or hit, inflict burn 3 times. Gathering Firestorm. Single use, on use, remove all dice from this page, add a mass attack page to hand that can only be used next scene. Engulfing Force. Gain 2 negative emotion points. On hit, inflict 1 burn 2 times to all characters twice. All Out Suppression. Oh, that's really tiny. Combat start. Gain 1 assault and 3 tenacity this scene. If the target of the page becomes staggered, all allies gain 1 courage next scene. On use, draw 2 pages. Courage. Boost the minimum and maximum rolls of all dice by X for the scene. And then also deal stagger damage twice. And then we have an Assault Fixer. U-Corp Experimental Suit, so he takes some reduced damage. Your shield, second wind. And then cards that we have seen. Okay, this should be interesting. I'm pretty sure Optifor is going to be our biggest problem. Hello. Remember, team, our mission is to retrieve useful info.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
Zwei Section 2 Rapid Response heading out. We are the Zwei, the city's shield.
So be it.
Your outlook is what decides many things.
Then, shall we begin? Now then, what are you throwing at us? I think the love that cleanses hatred should be able to deal with you. No problem. And then, you know what? Some bulwark into, you guessed it, the degraded fairy. And I want to use Arcana Beats, but I know I shouldn't. So let's just go for a love. Just do some light damage here. Let us see what Sombor can do. I believe it's time. Serum W.
Let it be known that you deal with many your superior.
Let's go for Agile Strike. That'll probably be fine. We could go for Trickling Sensation, but I don't think we should. I'm going to go for
Blood spreading.
Meticulous Preparation. Let us ensure that we are ready. And then we'll also go for a couple blocks. Let's see how this does. None of it hit. Great. Excellent. What a wonderful start. Ow. Okay. Little bit of fairy for you. A little bit of love. Agile Strike. Oh, does end up winning both of them. A little bit unfortunate. Expiration W. Very cool. Ow. Ugh. Block. Nope. Their block was better. Ugh. Man, that minimum maximum rolls they're getting is actually pretty legit. Ugh. I think we would have preferred taking the damage at that point. Ugh. Ah, where's my music at? Oh, man. Oh, well.
Then let's see what you're made of. Arcana Slave! You are chained.
Ow. Okay, a little bit of healing.
You are chained as well.
Man, they're just not taking damage, though. Little bit of a problem.
Trail W! You ever seen a sensor teleport behind someone? Well, bam, there it is.
Oh, we actually managed to win that clash. That's unfortunate. Ow. A lot of life steal for us. Ah, we don't end up winning the clash, but the thirst has begun. Ooh, not quite staggered. Okay. Okay, regain a little bit of our resources. We go for the clash. We do not win either of them. Very unfortunate. Your shield, and there's the clash. Marcos Jr. is now out for the next little bit. You know what? I'm gonna go for Watchful Eyes. I know that's a little bit of a weird one on Azazel, but I think that's what we're gonna do, and I do have a reason for it. I know it's, you know, still a little bit weird. Also, I'm gonna go for Degraded Fairy. I think we might need it. Let's see, is the sensor lit right now? Each time it is lit. At 5 star. Okay, so it is lit. So, let's gain a little bit of value. Let's draw a page and inflict 1 bind if it is lit, which it should be, if I'm reading it correctly, but you know me, I don't always read things correctly. Okay, let's see how we do with a couple mass attacks. That one wasn't so good. Neither was that one. Okay. But that one was just fine. You'll love to see it.
Rites of the Blood Moon!
Very cool.
Aha! Blocked!
Or should I say censored? Okay, that one's almost down. No damage. Ow.
Condensing mist. The sensor is lit.
Okay, let's see. Weight of Sin, whenever we roll... Ah, man. You know what? I'm gonna re-roll. Hang on. I don't want those. I still don't want them. I don't want these. You know what? Fine. We'll make ourselves immune to status effects on, Marcos.
To keep the Force peace, Longbird wait the sin of those that enter the forest.
Although we're not going for Apocalypse Bird. Yeah, that wouldn't go so well. Okay, let's go for a love. And I'm going to go... we could technically just go for another love. Like, more health recovery on Marcos is not a bad thing at all. Let's go ahead and clash here. May as well. Now, let's swap over to Serum R. Okay. And then for every 8 damage dealt... Oh, we're absolutely going to deal enough damage. Okay. Okay, let's see how we do. We're going to try and light up the sensor. Oh, manages to win both of those. We were debuffed to roll for a bit less, so a little bit unfortunate.
Serum R, you cannot win against that.
Okay, dead to burn, I think. Cover a little bit of health. Take a tiny bit of damage. Frigid Hailstorm does end up working out for us. Ouch. Okay. We got hilt bashed into oblivion, but we should be okay. Crimson Claws is going to bring us back to practically full health. Okay, how's our sensor doing? It's down to 1 stack. Okay, I'm not very good with not very good with the sensor. That's what I'm learning. Let's go ahead and try and clash with that, and then I'm gonna go for... Let's go for Arcana. I think we can win with that. And then I'm gonna go for Unending Thirst, just to see how we do. Let's go for X-Rip here, because he's the big one. And we don't have enough to go for Trail R. But what we do have enough for is to potentially apply some Fairy. Let's see. He's not going to go too fast, so I'm going to go for Double Core Initialization. That should light up our sensor pretty nicely. Okay, didn't quite take him out. Little unfortunate. Blocked. Nope. Ah! X-Rip didn't quite work out for us. We did get a hit in. Unending Thirst. We do kind of manage to win that one. Okay, double core initialization. Very cool. Ah! Counter dice don't work out quite well, so we should be at 3, I think? You know what? Let's start stacking up some Judgment as well. And then we'll also go for Lamp. God, that's so loud.
Well, it appears our greater... It appears our improved strength has come out to play.
So, let's see. Maroon Bite. This page cannot be used again for 4 scenes. On hit, recover HP equal to the damage dealt. Inflict bleed on target next scene. You know what?
Maroon Bite. You won't mind, will you?
Deathly Grasp. On hit, deal 3 damage. Okay, first, yeah. I'm going to go... Let's see. Light the sensor. Yeah, light the sensor twice. You know what? That is going to be helpful for us. We're also going to go for a big hit. Let's see. I'm going to go for Arcana Beats on something big. Something strong. That's what I'm going to go for it on. And then we could go for Arcana Slave. I'm actually going to opt not to. And then we're going to go for a Love here. Okay, let's see how we do. Ah! Fine. So be it. Big hits. Degraded Chain. Let's make this a little easier on ourselves. Yeah, we just wanted big damage on that, because as you know, it's only going to be useful next turn.
Maroon Bite. There are 2 things on this floor that crave your blood.
Ow. Meh. Never mind that Azazel turns into a girl, but that's perfectly fine. He seems to be enjoying it. See, what can I say? Vampires, you know what most vampires are? They're girls. Yeah, that's how it works. Hey, we're back to Bina music. Okay, how bad? Mass Individual. If the attack hits at least once, all other allies restore 1 light and gain 1 courage. Okay. So ideally, don't let it hit.
Let us see.
Okay, we didn't win it on quite a few people, unfortunately. Ooh, didn't quite get... Oh, we did get the stagger. Very good. Marco's coming in clutch with the regen that we need. Okay, a little painful. Ow. Serum K. Light the sensor twice. Block. Yeah, almost blocked. Dreary Downpour. Lightning can strike twice. The lightning. I love how that ability looks. I know it's like not the most powerful, but it just looks so fun. All right, let's see. Can't use Maroon Bite. You know what? I'm just gonna go for Deathly. Yeah, do that, and then guarantee a kill right here. Bina counters here. And then we go for Rhythm. We go for another Rhythm. And then Skadoosh, Skobam, Skoblamo. Yeah, that should be enough to basically win from here. Let's see how we do.
Your blood, give it to me. Mission failed.
Goodbye.
Everyone retreat. Failure tests the metal of heart, brain, and body.
Ugh! Man, you're a resilient one. Ugh! We're fine. Oh, we're staggered. Oh, pain.
Well then, so be it.
Who's staggered? Not you.
The apocalypse.
Actually, just Kitteh.
Oh, I'm afraid it's far too late for you. You see, I have something...
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yes, I do have something up my sleeve. And unfortunately, it's not a victory for you. Now then, let us see you survive this onslaught. If you can survive this, if nothing else, you will have my respect.
Well, so far he's doing pretty good. Ouch! Dang! Wow, he actually got through a lot of that. Unfortunately, you did. Wow, he actually got through it. Wow, very impressive. You know what? I'll give you that. You did survive it. Unfortunately, you still have to die. But you have my respect. You have my respect, if nothing else. Next one is one we've been sitting on for quite some time, and it actually has its own cutscene. That's interesting.
What was he talking to? Or was he talking to me all along? Well, regardless. Back to my post. Gotta keep my position. Nevertheless, so many prescripts are being created today. This prescript. Is it addressed to me by any chance? The library. I'm worried about leaving here, but I also don't want to go against the prescript. Well, I was really curious myself. I can't go outside all the time. I'm worried about the looms and spinning wheels here.
The prescripts seem to like the library.
After all, everyone follows prescripts to come here.
All index are the same. They live by the prescript and lose something according to the prescripts and repeat. Is it more rare to find someone like Jan who questions the prescripts, but, isn't killed by it?
It's been a long time since I've been outside. How long has it been? Hello? Greetings, dear guest. I am Angela, the librarian of my role's namesake. You must be Angela. As you just said. Nice to meet you.
Actually, no. I'm led to believe that she probably would not have any social standards at all. Like, she would not understand the flow of conversation. She probably would, I am Angela. You must be Angela. So I fully believe that.
Yes. Nice to meet you. What's wrong? Did I say something that annoyed you? It's been a while since I've had a conversation with someone.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, yeah. Just the raised eyebrow.
Are you not afraid to follow the prescripts and die? The index all followed the prescripts and became books here. You are in a position to protect the prescripts. Don't you hate such prescripts? Oh man, I am confusing Angela's voice with hers. That is their ship voice, I suppose. Okay, there we go. Alright, I am back to Angela. You even know such things. Of course, I too have times when the prescript seems scary. I have. Yes, I do. But it's not something I'd want to run away from. You seem to think we are pathetic. The prescripts is the will of the city. Rather, they are a blessing for those who have no purpose, isn't it? I am the index following the prescripts. That's all. If that's what you think, I'm fine with it. May you find your book in this place, then.
Oh, 1v1? That's interesting. We haven't had one of those in a while. Obviously, the first person I think of is Gibura. But that's boring. That's much too boring. We need someone else who also followed something blindly. Someone who wasn't afraid to break free of those commands. Are you seeing what I'm putting down? Morai. 210 health, 170 stagger resist. However, stagger damage is ineffective against her. 3 to 6 speed. Shimmering. Oh, blade unlocked. Wonderful. Good. Weaver. Use the paper of prescript page once every 2 scenes. The prescript page is used in the next scene after the paper of prescript. I see. So you get the paper, and then the prescript is printed onto it. Okay, I gotcha. Grace of the prescript. Random offensive dice is boosted by +2. Dice type. Paper of prescript. Prescript page to be added to the next scene at hand. 6 to 9. Nice. 5 to 10. Prescript / single use combat start. Boost / dice power by +2 for the scene. Oh. Bro, I know someone who'd like that page. Single use though. Prescript hit. Combat start boost hit. Blunt. Boost blunt dice power by +2 and inflict 1 feeble. Prescript pierce. Boost pierce dice power by +2 for the scene. On hit, deal 3 damage to the target. So that's interesting. So if you use this combined with the Grace of the Prescript buff, that's a +4 to whatever type. And then +5 if you have Blade Unlocked going. That's really powerful. Prescript, the will of the city. Draw 2 pages. Okay, so it's a little bit of a weaker will of the city. Okay. Prescript, attack. Give 1 strength to 2 random allies. Okay, fair enough. Prescript, protect. Give 1 protection to 2 random allies. Fair enough. Vigil, restore 4 light. Bro, what? And it's a dodge and blunt, dude. Sheeta. And then weaving. Only usable in the blade unlock state. On clash win, inflict 1 feeble next scene. Interesting. It's a so this makes use of the I'm sorry, the gift, the battle symbol, the gift. They're ego gifts. That boosts defensive dice power by +1 4% if you're in blade unlocked. Okay, I see what they're going for. All right. Well, Caius, it's your time to shine, my friend. Let's get started. The Weaver is gone. I'm taking her place. Alright. Oh my god, you start with 3? You're freaking cheating. This is unreal. Alright. Paper of prescript. Okay. Swift Trace. Hey, you didn't have that. Dice on this page and the page clashing with it are unaffected by power gain or loss. Well, sucks to be you. I don't have any power gain. It's just minimum and maximum. You freaking loser. Okay, let's see. Because I think we do actually have to think this through. Inflict some erosion? Actually, that's going to hit hard, yeah. And then empty resolution. Let's draw a page. Yeah, no, this should be fine. Ah, didn't manage to win it. That's okay. Swift Trace. Violent Ire. Well, I can't say we're winning yet, but... Okay, let's see. The first opponent to clash against the selected librarian gains Gifty, Okay, we're not going to make any use of that. Slash could be good. Glitter could be good. Gain more... Actually, Glitter could be really, really good. I'm trying to think. I don't 1v1 with Hod's floor very often, so I'm having to think of different Ego pages. Alert enemies, da-da-da-da-da. They deal extra damage, however you gain more power. You know what? Let's go for it. Let's try it. It might work out for us. Alright, let's see. Okay, you're boosting slash, so that's gonna do 5 to 8. 4 to 8. And this is gonna do 5... Yeah. No, this is gonna do 6 to 9. Okay. Let's think. Could go for Luster. Add +2 power. Yeah, we're absolutely gonna win that. Traces of Guilt. Reduces... I'm kind of feeling Void Star, though. Yeah, let's go for Void Star. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Luster. Oh. Oh boy, already Blade unlocked. We did manage to win the counter die. Very cool. Minimum, maximum, +2. I mean, yeah, let's just gain some look of the day, shall we? It doesn't seem like you're doing very well against us. Perhaps you should have thought about that before you... Ugh. Okay, let's not clash with that weaving, because that's, it's kind of big. That's a big, big counter. We're waiting for the unhappy face. Almost. Ah, there it is! Did your prescripts warn you about me? Either rolls to the Ooh. Do we go for funny prank? I don't know. Obsession. Let's reroll. Let's reroll. Do we go for friend? You know what? Let's go with friend. And then I'm willing to go with red eyes. Why not? We still have a little bit of say, don't we? Okay, you know what? Oh, right. Yo, you can't use it. You know what? Let's gain some strength. Violent Ire. Yeah, Violent Ire, because it has the friend on it. And then here, we can counter this with an empty resolution. Easy, easy. And then this, we could... Actually, you know what? Void Star should probably be fine. Okay, wait for it. Wait for the unhappy. Very mad. We're mad! Ouroboros. Good. Ooh! Man, she's doing well if she actually managed to clash with that. That's, that's a little scary, actually. Because he's a really, really hard one to clash against. When using a page, we don't have very many block. Oh, alertness. Here we go. Yeah, alertness. That's what we want. These don't matter. I wish they did, but unfortunately they do not. So, let's see what you've got. Okay, we're not going against that. I can say that much. We're probably not going to get... You know what? Nah, this sucks. Hang on. Recover 2 light. No. Endurance. Yeah, you know what? Let's decrease how much we're gonna take, and then let's just go for it. No, I was unhappy. Might not matter. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. Ah, maybe it does. Dude, I so rarely see these abnormality pages. Which one's the protection? This one? Upon winning a clash. Nah, let gooey waste. Why not? And then it doesn't really matter. Okay. You're done for. Your prescripts are no match for my free will. That was fun. I like 1v1s. Especially, because we got some strong characters. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got some strong characters. Yeah. I don't know why. I guess I'm hyper. I didn't. Whatever. All right, on to the next.
I can sympathize. But it's hard to understand. After all, the prescript led to death, right?
Like I said before, it's the same. I am not bound by anything. It just works for me. I need to find the one perfect book.
Well, let's take our time. I'll help you until then. And then I'll kill you. And then you'll kill me. It'll be a great time. It'll be a real bonding experience.
With how many mods we're gonna go through, I gotta tell you, this is gonna be an interesting one to try and find the right title for, because normally I just put the names of the mods, but considering we're plowing through so many general receptions, I might just name it the general reception episode. Obviously, I do want to give every mod its own credit. Like, if you're looking for a specific mod, I want it to be in the title, but, yeah, because we're doing so many, might be a little bit hard to do for this one, but we'll see what happens, because now we're going to face the reception of the Black Silence Fanatic. Ooh, another 1v1. Alright, technically it makes sense if we brought the Black Silence, right? Yeah, that would probably make the most sense, let's be honest. But we've been showing that floor off way too much lately, so. Okay, 135 health, 80 stagger resistance, 1 to 4 speed. He's actually pretty slow. Over encumbered, hand size +2. At the start of the act, draw 3 pages. At the start of each scene, draw 1 additional page and gain haste equal to the amount of broken cards in hand. The first speed dice is broken. If all cards have the broken status, gain +1 speed die and 3 haste each scene. This passive then has no other effects. Gain card Release Restraint after 2 scenes. Re-add this card to hand after 2 more scenes. Every 3rd scene, the first card used is unaffected by the broken status. Gain a counter die, block 4 to 6 at combat start. Take 50% less damage from attacks while clashing with the last speed die of this character. Lone Rat. At the start of the scene, gain 1 strength, endurance, and damage up if there are no other allies present. That's an interesting solo. Yeah, that could actually be really, really strong for a solo character. Huh, something to think about. Immune to immobilization. The opponent gains bonus max HP and max stagger resist. Okay. Dulled Tips. On use, restore 2 light. On hit, last die gains +1 power. If this page is broken, deal 1 damage instead. Bro, whoa. On hit, last die gains +1 power. If broken, deal 1 damage instead. On hit, inflict 2 paralysis. If this page is broken, this die is destroyed on use. Interesting. Broken. All dice on this page have their max roll reduced by 3. Activates alternative page abilities. Brittle Axe. What is that page? What is that? That's the freaking meme cat. Brittle Axe. The cost of this page cannot be changed unless by an effect on this page. On use, restore 2 light. If this page is broken, lose this effect, and the cost of this page becomes 0. On hit, inflict 5 bleed, 5 to 9. Old-fashioned blade combo. On use, if this card is broken, turn the second die on this page into a counter die with no effect. On hit, restore 2 light. On hit, restore or draw 1 page. Spiteful Katana. Restore 3 light. If this page is broken, all dice on this page lose their effects, inflict 3 bleed on self this scene. On clash win, add +2 power to next die, and then inflict 1 bleed next scene and deal 2 damage. Used double barrel shotgun. If this page is broken, on use, 20% chance to backfire. Backfire dice effects trigger on self. Destroy all dice on this page, inflict 2 disarm to self, this scene, and the next. 5 to 10, deal 6 damage to all other enemies if die rolled minimum value. On hit, deal damage equal to 2 times the natural roll, 1 to 10. So it can deal up to 20 damage.
Blunt Sias.
Start of clash. God, that face. If the first die of the opponent's page is a defensive die, all dice on this page gain +3 power. If this page is broken, lose the effect. On clash win, reduce opponent's next die's minimum and maximum value by 3. On clash win, reduce opponent's next die by 3.
Longsword of Ideals.
Broken. All dice on this page gain +2 power, and on hit gain 1 strength next scene. On clash win, reduce the cost of this page by 1. Worn Sledgehammer. If it's broken, reduce the cost by 1. On use, draw one page. On hit, inflict 3 paralysis next scene. If it's broken, it has no effect.
Darkened Blade Combo.
First die of this, if broken, first die has no effect. On clash win, destroy opponent's next die. And if one-sided, recycle this die 3 times. Interesting. Okay, who are we gonna bring? I mean, I guess we haven't actually seen Gebura for quite some time. Obviously, we should probably bring the Black Silence. Do we have a role in 1v1? I feel like we actually haven't seen the Red Mist in quite some time. Alright. We'll bring Roland.
Hello. I'll do my best. I was kind of expecting there to be, some kind of something. Alright. Well, it's time for Wheels.
And then... we don't actually have much to go against that. Alright, you know what? Change of plans. Let's go for Mook. And then let's go for Durandal. That should be good. Oh, didn't win. Okay.
Pulsation. We're going to be doing a lot of damage, so we may as well just buff up.
Alright, what do you got? Reduce the cost. You know what? Go for Alias here. And I would go for Wheels. Let's actually go for Crystal, because it also gives us a counter die. Okay. Oh, he does win that one. Ouch. Urging. Give us a little bit of speed as well as a tiny bit more health. Alright, what do you got? We can win that one relatively easily. We just block it and then we go for a big hit. What are you doing here? Another deal damage.
Ulterior logic. My gun's stronger than yours, pal.
Pretty equal fight so far. Okay, what do you got? I actually want to Wheels that one. Yeah, I don't want that page doing whatever it wants to do. And then let's try to reduce the win. Pretty good. He gets a couple hits on us, but it's not the worst thing in the world. We almost block him. Oh my god! Wow, that was so many attacks! Okay, let's go for Guilt. I don't really want any of these. I'll take Aspiration, though. You never know. It might be a good finisher. Now, I'm hoping Guilt will effectively just make us win by staggering him. You know what? Let's just get some pages used, and let's see what happens. Very good. Alright, I think we got him.
Say goodnight, you faker.
Oh, can't kill him. Now, why might that be? Sword of Frost. And Marionette. That's the one I wanted. I think there's only one way to take him out.
So, you're a fan of me, huh? Well, let me show you my special move then. Just for you.
Alright, I'm glad we took Roland, because that was a very fitting end.
Well, hope you enjoyed the show, you poser.
Man, so many 1v1s in this episode. Alright, well now we're gonna do Gabura.
Alright, it's time for Fixatia.
169 health.
Nice.
85 stagger resistance. 2 to 6 speed. Okay. Let's see. Speed die 3. Ignition Blade. Inflict 1 burn on hit. After 3 hits, all dice gain +2 power and inflict 2 burn to each other instead of 1. Huh.
Playing with fire.
When using a combat page with an effect involving burn, boost the maximum roll value of the attack dice by +1. Huh. If an enemy with burn dies, gain 2 strength and draw 1 page.
Huh, that's pretty good.
Heat Rises. If user has burn at the end of the scene, restore 1 light and gain 1 haste. Oh man, an actual use for Philip? What? Look, I may not like Philip, but I gotta admit, his pages are pretty legit. When inflicting burn using a combat page, apply +1 additional stack. If user or target has burn, boost the minimum roll value of the attack dice by +1. Okay, fair enough. Ignition. On use, restore 1 light. On hit, inflict 1 burn to each other.
Combustion.
It's a block, and then pierce. Deal stagger damage equal to 1/3 of the target's burn. That's really interesting with the passive that makes it so they take stagger damage based on burn if you hit them with a melee. That's a lot of that's a lot of burn stagger damage. That seems really, really good. Rapid Strike. If all dice on this page successfully hit, draw 1 page. On hit, inflict 2 burn to each other, inflict 1 burn twice. Okay. Playing with fire. If user has burn, offensive dice deal +2 damage for this scene. On hit, inflict 2 burn. On hit, if target has 10 or more burn, recycle this die twice. Malchus Floor? Flame Exhaustion. If target has 10 or more burn, all dice on this page gain +2 minimum value. On hit, remove 5 burn from the target and recycle this dice up to 5 times. Interesting. So for every burn removed, it gains an additional recycle. Okay.
Well then.
You know what they say about playing with fire? You'll get burned.
Then, shall we begin?
You may be a fixer of fire, but I am a color fixer of red. Pray. Yeah. That sounded really cheesy. I'm a color fixer of red. That didn't come. Can we just forget I said that? That didn't come out right. That sounded really stupid. It's fine. It's fine. Very good. Oh, she's marked. The roll of the wolf. Just in case. You never know. Can I stagger you this turn? No, you have endured to slash. Actually... I can stagger you. You can get staggered. Get nay-nayed. Alright, bad order, but... bad order. But regardless... I think that is going to be that. You did well getting this far, but unfortunately, the red mist is just too much for you. Dun, 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 dun. Fixer Uzuki. Uzuki. Not Uzaki, Uzuki. Okay. Dissemination. Oh, wait, before that. 210 health, 113 stagger, 1 to 8. Okay, fair enough. Dissemination. At emotion level 3 or above the combat page, the weight of the city is added to the ego hand. Usable every 5 scenes, untransferable. Speed reversal. When using a combat page, boost the minimum and maximum value of all dice on the page against targets with higher/slower speeds. +1 per 1 point of difference, up to 2. Huh. Okay, that's an interesting one. Increased damage and stagger damage dealt by blunt attacks on self. Wait, what? Increased damage and stagger damage dealt by blunt on self. So, okay, hang on. Does that mean we should take a character who does blunt? Or does that mean you do a lot more blunt? Huh. Well, how about we take Yesod? Let's see how you do. Upon a successful attack, gain 1 bind. I'd assume this is us, right? So if we hit her, we gain bind. It wouldn't make sense if she gains bind. If 10 or more damage was dealt with a single attack, inflict one feeble to the target next scene, up to twice per scene. Or no! It is actually bind because she gains power based on how low her speed is compared to ours and how high her speed is compared to ours. That's interesting. Okay. Shifts between encumbered and lightened mode every scene starting from the second scene. The opponent gains bonus max HP and stagger resist. Okay. Fairness. Heavy steps. Inflict 2 bind to self next scene. Restore 2 light. Nimble strikes. If speed is 5 or higher, draw 1 page and boost the minimum value of all dice on this page by +2. And draw 1 page, inflict 1 feeble. Forceful swing. If speed is 1, restore 2 light, and all dice on this power gain all dice on this page gain +3 power. On hit, inflict 2 feeble. Weight control. Combat start. If user has encumbered, all offensive dice gain +1 power. The scene, inflict 1 additional stack when inflicting feeble using combat pages. If the user has lightened, restore 2 light and draw 1 page. Encumbered. Lose speed by double the user stacks of bind, all dice power +1. Lightened. Gain speed by double the user stacks of bind. At the start of the scene, restore 1 light. Interesting. Ponderous Sword. Inflict 3 bind to self. All offensive dice on this page deal +3 damage, and inflict 2 feeble. So this actually would be a really good page for Yesod's floor, because if you take Chained Wrath, I think it is, where it gives you blunt power, but your speed is fixed at 1, you're always going to, for the most part, you're going to have more... You're going to have max value out of the slowness. Interesting. Okay, let's see how this goes. Is there any way to solve it through conversation? Taunting is unnecessary. No. Oh my god, that is a terrible Yesod voice. Oh man, it has been way too long. That's more... That's more Pluto. Hang on. I got this. Hang on. Taunting is unnecessary in combat. There we go. Alright. We've got the Yesod voice back. Okay. Oh, man. Shake the rust off of that one. Ugh. Disgusting. Almost as disgusting as my skin. Alright. Easy enough victory. And... Easy enough victory. Here we go. Oh, pain! Oh, pain! Squash! Well, let us see. Metallic ringing. Oh, wait a minute. Inflicting bind might actually be bad. Ooh, Yesod got hard countered? Wait a minute. Sink into misery. And then go for a high kick, because I think it'll be good. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Apparently it goes way more than I thought. Let's see. Oh, lament? Well then, let me show you. Puppetry is no good right now. Okay, counter that. And then, ba-boom. Ugh, we're fine. Good. Fantastic. Ow. Ow. Now, let's see. Nah. Maximum light? Nah. Offensive dice with slower speed. So when it's you know what? The encumberment, we can actually use that to our advantage. And then let's go for Solemn Lament. Debatably, Regret would be better, but that's fine. Okay, what are you doing? Ah, that is nothing compared to what I can do. And then... Bro, what? If user has encumbered, boost them... Or no, we already saw this one, didn't we? But I definitely did not see that damage. 19 to 30, inflict 3 feeble next scene. If user has 5 or less bind, all dice in this power... If user has 5 or less... Okay, so it's gonna do 0 to 10? Huh. Well, okay. That works for me, I suppose. Now, get got. Wrecked. Absolutely bamboozled.
Better than dying on the street.
Nice. What can I say? The power of my... Nope. I'm fading out of it again. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Whatever. I'll figure it out later. Forget about it for now. Fixer Suhyun. Suhyun? Yeah, that sounds right. Suhyun. Okay. Ahem. 185 health, 95 stagger resistance, 2 to 6 speed, speed die 3. Fairness. All dice gain +1 power if this character has a status ailment. If target has a positive status, all dice gain an additional +1 power. Unable to receive the benefits of strength, endurance, and haste. Huh. Nimble Talon. Deal +3 stagger damage against enemies with slower speed. Gain 2 speed at emotion level 3 and above. At the start of the scene, inflict 1 fragile to self. Upon using a combat page with 2 non-counter die, restore 1 light and all dice on the page gain +1 power. So up to 3 power per turn, okay. At emotion level 1 and above, each scene, if the current light is max, reduce the cost of a random page in hand to 0 until they are used. The duel begins. Draw 1 page, deal 5 stagger. Okay. Fair duel. If target has 2 or more stacks of any positive statuses, add a pierce die, roll 3 to 6 to the dice queue. On clash win, deal 7 stagger. Counterattack. Start of clash is if the target has a positive status, reduce power of all target's dice by +2. Huh. Okay. On clash win, add +2 power to next dice. Contempt. On use, draw 1 page. If target has a positive status, restore 2 light. And if target has a positive status, deal an additional +5 stagger. Silver Blade. If target has a status ailment, all dice on this page deal +3 stagger damage. And that's also a pretty hefty amount of damage they got. Dawn Light. If user has 5 or more stacks of any status ailment, all dice on this page gain +8 power. And if target has a positive status, deal +10 stagger damage. I mean, we'll see how Tiferet does. She's not really a 1v1 character. I'd say Hod would probably be better for this, but you know what? Tiferet hasn't been out for a while, so let's just give it a try. Actually, Amaterasu could also do really, really good. Well, no, he buffs allies. Yeah, there'd be no one for him to buff, actually. Alright, let's see how Tiferet does alone. We'll try and make, Exodia.
Show us your skills.
Alright. Let's see what you've got. Oh, well, we already are status ailment, so that's a good start. Wonderful stat. Gain strength. Well, alright. I guess we're just gonna gain some strength. You know what? Whatever. It'll be fine. Oh! Yep. It'll be alright. Courage. Maybe this was not such a good idea. Hate. Maybe Exodia's not such a good idea here. It'll be, you know what? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't know what you're so worried about. Look, it'll be alright. Justice. Courage. Despair? It won't do a whole lot for us right now, but... So we have hate. Hate, despair, greed, wrath? I think that's what we're supposed to take, and then we take, the forbidden clown. Oh god. Oh, that's gonna hurt so bad. Try and clash it. And then... Bam. Let's do this. Oh, we won! Okay. Greed. Okay. Or wrath. Yeah, not wrath yet. Not wrath yet. Blind rage. Yep, we're gonna need that. Okay. Let's see. Love can probably counter that one. Happiness might be able to counter that one. And Gleam can probably counter that one, I think. Let's see how we do. Ow! Okay, that's fine. Ah! Counter dice didn't do so well. Okay, we're almost there. Wrath. And then... Nihil? Okay, next is Clown. We're entering a state of rage. Let's just see what she did. Wow, she's just going for the throat. Okay. Okay, Tifrith was not the one we should have brought there, but you know what? Apparently, she was the only one we should have brought there, because that went super, super well. We didn't even get to do the Forbidden Clown yet. Nice. That's what I like to see. Considering Tifrith doesn't really get much showtime, considering it's multiple magical girls on the floor who sort of take the spotlight whenever we use Tifrith's floor, it's kind of nice to know that Tifrith can actually hold her own against a pretty effective enemy. So that's good to know. See, our little girl, she's grown up so fast. Man, when they said there's a lot of fixers in the city, they were not kidding. So, with that being said, it's time to face the regular fixer crew. Speed dice 3, the regular fixer. At the start of each scene, restore 2 light and draw until 5 pages are in hand. Inflict 2 to 3 bleed on hit. At the start of the scene, give 2 protection, 2 stagger protection, and 1 strength to 4 random other allies. What? At the end of each scene, gain 2 protection, 2 stagger protection if there are no allies present. Huh? That sounds really good. Experience Fixer. On round start, gain 1 strength and 2 endurance. First Aid Kit. At the start of each scene, recover 15% of max HP, with the maximum being 15. Pinpoint Stab. Ooh, Singleton. There we go. Dodge, add +4 power if Singleton. Draw 1 page, restore 1 light, reduce the cost of all pages by 1 for the next scene. On Clash Win, gain 1 random emotion. Attack Order. Give 1 strength to all other allies and gain a single counter slice. Start of Clash. Reduce power of all targets' dice by 2. And it's basically... Ranga Workshop? I think? Not fully sure. Allegro. Can only be used at emotion level 3 and above. Let's see. On clash lose, add 2 power to next die. On hit, inflict 6 bleed, and inflict 2 feeble. That seems like a very strong page.
Renko.
At the start of the scene, restore 2 light and draw until 5 pages are in hand. Ranged attack damage +1, pierce damage +2, and blunt damage +1. Self-defense, inflict 4 bleed. On clash lose, gain 3 strength. Wow, that's a problematic counter dice. If not in a clash, dice gain +2 power. Okay.
Ulterior logic.
4 to 8, 6 to 12. On hit, deal 5 damage.
Reload.
On use, add 2 random ammunition to hand.
Allergrando.
Can only be used at emotion level 3 and above. On clash lose, add 2 power to next die. On hit, gain 3 strength. On hit, inflict 2 feeble, disarm, and bind. And then on hit, inflict 6 bleed.
Okay, jeez.
Regular fixer, same passive.
Ulterior logic.
Ranged attack +1. On round start, gain 3 strength, 1 endurance, 1 stagger protection if no allies are present.
Retaliate.
Okay, pretty simple. Close combat once more. Akimbo. 4 to 8, 5 to 8, 7 to 11. On clash win, deal 4 stagger damage, inflict 1 fragile next scene.
Reload.
And Allergrando once more. Although this one seems a little bit different. Inflict 2 feeble, disarm and bind. Inflict 10 damage and stagger damage.
Ha.
Okay.
The regular fixer.
Mook Workshop. Deal 10% more stagger damage with attacks. Slash damage +3. Close assault once more. Preparation. Gain 2 endurance next scene. On clash win, gain 1 emotion point. Mook Workshop. 8 to 15. On hit, deal 5 stagger damage.
And Rapido.
Which can only be used at emotion level 3 and above. On hit, inflict 3 disarm. Deal stagger damage equal to 10% of target's current stagger resist, and inflict 2 feeble. Okay, Nathan. The strongest. Choose the speed die with the lowest value. The speed values of the dice change to the maximum possible. Deal 10% more damage with attacks. If an ally has died, gain 2 strength and 1 endurance at the end of the scene. Preparation, Reckless Charge. Gain 2 strength and endurance next scene. Rushing. If target is defeated or staggered, use this page again on a random enemy. Interesting. I'm seeing a little bit of Gerbera from Nathan. And then on hit, deal 5 stagger damage. Wheels Industry. On yeah, destroy the next die.
Allegretto.
On clash win, destroy opponent's next die. On hit, inflict 2 feeble, and then deal stagger damage equal to 10% of the current stagger. Okay. I think this floor might be able to handle it. So, go for Nathan first. Nathan, then Elena? Maybe Elena first? I think Nathan, then Elena, then we're kind of free to do what we please.
Then let's see what you're made of.
Bup. Okay, what do we need to counter? Okay, Singleton, add +4 power. Ugh. You know what? We'll go for Crossblade. Maybe try and win. And then we're just gonna save our light. Oh, wait, you know what? Actually, let's just focus fire Nathan down. Clash of Blades. We will draw an additional page, so I say just go for it. And then let's also draw Black Gust. And then Special Pistol. We don't have any ammo right now. Or yes, we do. Switch the amount of ammunition that will be drawn to 1. Restore. Could go for Special Pistol, but I don't think there's a world in which we win that. So, discard all ammunition. Instantly kill the target. You know what? Let's add a bunch of ammo. And then I'm gonna go for Somber Etiquette and a reload. Let's see. Single use. Cost 1 less for an ally target. Field commandering, 1 additional scene. Suppressing volley, obviously we can't do that yet. Leave a mark on the enemy for this scene. Let's do... I don't want to use this yet. Let's go for reload. And then let's also go full salvo. Let's just see what happens. We want to try and burst Nathan down, but we're going to take a lot of damage. Bang! Bang! Looks like he's doing a finger gun. We actually almost won that. That's kind of impressive. Okay, I'm starting to think maybe the play was not to just go all out for him. But it's what we've done. It's what we will stick with. Okay, we got to reload. Another reload for us. Black Gust does end up winning. Somber Etiquette. We are going to be a little bit tankier next turn. We do end up getting staggered on debatably our most important page. A little bit unfortunate, but that's what happens when you just go all in trying to kill one person. Okay, I think we will need to defend him. Yeah, we'll need to defend that. Let's see, what are you doing? Close assault. Let's stop. Let's go for Shatter the Precipice right here. And then we can't really do much else other than that. Who else is going for him? Oh, it doesn't even stop it? Oof. Okay, let's go for Shockwave. And then we can counter this with Coercion. That should be relatively good. We can stop this one with a Summary Execution. And then we can also go for Somber Etiquette. Let's go for Shock Round. That should win. And then we could try to win with Will of the City. So he's only going to be hit once. Oh, wow. We didn't win either of those. That sucks. Shockwave. Shatter the Precipice. Okay, we don't end up winning with that. So that's going to be a lot of strength next turn. Gun. Summary Execution. Okay, that sort of worked out for us. I don't think he's dead. Man, Nathan is tanky. Really wish we would have gotten Laughing Powder a little bit earlier, but we have it now. I'm going to go for Compose Commandeering. Let's go for Special Pistol to try and win that. Summary Execution. I think he's gonna die. I don't really see that going our way. We'll just go for Vigilant Observation because we're definitely not going to win that. Give 1 strength to all allies. If not in a clash... You know what? Let's do Sink into Misery just to get a little bit of damage here. I'm gonna go for Hinder. Yeah, Hinder should be good. Only on play. Bayonet Skirmishing? Yeah. I think we could basically guarantee a kill right here. How much ammo do we have? Enough. Okay, counter that. And then I want to try and counter this one. By Z might be really good. Yeah. Alright, let's see what happens. Not dead yet. Not staggered. Full salvo. Ah, wasn't able to insta-kill him. That's okay. Yeah, obviously Vigilant Observation was never going to win. Summary Execution. Whew. Stays alive for just a little longer. Ah. Ah. Oh, missed it by 1. Nathan is almost dead. You know what? Let's make Isabel really powerful. Okay, now I think we just need to start clashing wherever possible. I do want to kill her. Yeah, it's quite a few counter die. I think with Somber Etiquette, we can actually win one of those, though. I'm going to go for Iron Wall. That should be a pretty guaranteed victory. Okay, let's go for a pincer movement, and then go for another pincer movement right... Not right there. Okay, neither of these are really good targets. That's okay. We'll go for Will of the City, just to try and get a little bit of value. Compose Commandeering. And then... Who do we want to mark? You know what? Mark there. And then I will go for Somber Etiquette, just in case. And then let's go for Special Pistol. And... Shockwave. Eh. Not our greatest turn in the world, but you know what? We're gonna try. Ah! Ouch. That's a stagger. Oh, that's a death. Oh, their guns are much stronger than our guns. There we go. Somber Etiquette. Maybe it keeps us alive, although very heavily doubt it. Oh, yep. Yep. Oh. Ow. Get a tiny bit of damage off. Nathan is still not freaking dead. Yikes. Okay, an extra +1 power. I'm also going to go... Skin power. This dice is rolled 3 times. You know what? Let's go for our galaxy. Oh, yikes. Yeah, let's cash in on our galaxy right now. And then we can also just go for Somber Etiquette, just in case he does not die. You know what? I really want to just kill her off, I gotta be honest. So, let's try and do just that. It's not gonna be our greatest turn in the world, but let's just see what happens. Our galaxy. Okay, decent amount of healing. So I can see that this floor, in theory, is good, but it seems like it's gonna need another rework. Poor Net's X floor, just, it keeps needing reworks. I'm just not getting it quite right. Ouch. Okay, not staggered. Oh, we're dead. Wow, that was a ton of damage. Okay, I can easily say was not expecting her to die. Out of all the things I was expecting, that wasn't one of them. Now, that did actually give us a couple kills. Issue. I don't think that matters very much. So... try and guarantee the kills? See what we can do. Prevent them from using their light. One dead. Oh, can we kill one? Kill one? Kill one? Wait a minute, we actually might win? So close! Oh, we're dead. We're super dead. Oh, yeah, but we're staggered. Dang it. 11 health! Wow, we actually almost pulled it off. That's unreal how close we got. You know what? A little bit of fine-tuning. I think this floor will actually be, like, solid. But, you know, it needs a little bit more fine-tuning. But that was so close! Look how close they got! Oh! Ah, well. Alright, one more try. We got this. Oh, we've defleted. Wait, what? We get to bring another one? Oh. Well, since you're offering, I guess I may as well. No. Dang it. It's like, Hakma music, and then it's like, never mind. Yeah, she's, or he, is pretty much guaranteed dead. Wow, unless you just counter everything, okay. Ugh! Okay, apparently you're just insane. I mean, thanks to Thorns, we still won. But wow, apparently Rino is just, like, nearly unkillable. Don't underestimate Rino, I guess. Let's take a look, shall we? Rank out partner Grief. At the start of the scene, give 1 protection and strength to 1 other ally. At the end of each scene, gain 2 strength. Oh. So it literally is just their passives? Okay.
Now it is time for Ian and Nell.
Regular Fixer. Zelkova Workshop user. When using a melee combat page, if this character's speed is greater than the target's by 2 or more, destroy an attack die. Dice gain power depending on the target's HP. 75% to 50% HP, power +1, 50% or lower, power +3. If an ally has died, offensive dice gain 1 to 3 power. If an offensive die fails to deal damage, take stagger damage. Heavy hit. If the character has 3 or more strength at the start of the scene, deal +2 stagger damage with attacks. Zelkova Workshop. Draw 1 page. Prepare for the worst. Gain 2 strength next scene with 2 counter die. Heavy Strike. Gain 1 strength next scene. Okay, seems strong. Hit and Run. Restore 3 light. Draw 1 page. Dodge, on Clash Win, gain 1 random emotion, dodge, and then another random emotion.
Feroce.
Can only be used at emotion level 3 and above. On Clash Lose, +6 power to the next die. On hit, deal 3 damage to target, deal 3 stagger damage, and then inflict 2 feeble. X Regular Fixer. Old Boys Workshop. In a clash, the opponent's defensive die lose 1 power and recover 5 stagger resist on hit. At the end of the scene, a random enemy's resistance to a... Ooh, interesting information assessment. We used to use that all the time on NetZack, so we should probably still keep doing that, honestly. If an ally has died, defensive dice gain 1 to 3 power. If a defensive die loses in a clash, take stagger damage. If the character has 3 or more endurance at the start of the scene, deal +2 damage with attacks. Old Boys Workshop. Restore 1 light, 5 to 8, and then recover 5 stagger resist.
Vigilante.
Gain 2 endurance next scene, guard stance. Gain 1 endurance next scene, at emotion level 3 or higher, gain 2 endurance instead, and on hit, inflict 1 fragile next scene and the scene after. Hit and run once more, and Pesante. Deal 5 damage to self. All dice on this page gain +2 power. On Clash Lose, add +2 power to the next die. On hit, recover 5 stagger resist, and deal stagger damage equal to 10% of the target's current stagger resist. Well, who do we want to take out? You know what? Tifrith and Amaterasu. Let's see how they can do together.
Here we go again. Let's see. Are you going to be my opponent?
There's no need to hurry, Ian.
Let's take our time to get started.
I want to kill Nell first. Defense means bad. Also, our Canine's Growl only has a single target. Inflict Feeble, and then we will also go for Unlock. Actually, wait, hang on. Let's go for Canine, and then let's go for Unlock. And as for what we're going to do here, let's go for Double Courage. Yeah, Double Courage. That'll probably be fine. or he'll win both of them anyway. K9. Ah, we won 2 of them. That's still pretty good. Okay. Unlock 1. More courage. Ouch. Okay. Let's try to do this again. Despair. Just in case. You never know if one of us might die. And both of these characters can actually use the Forbidden Clown. So that should be good. Concierto, we can't use that yet. We're not at emotion level 3. Also, not enough life for that. Don't know why I tried. Let's do this, and then we'll also try and apply some burn. Let's go for happiness here, and then I want to go for love here. Okay. Now, in reality, we probably want to get both of them a bit lower health, but they also get buffed the lower their health is, so, maybe not the wisest idea to do that, but we'll certainly see how it goes. Alright, time for hate. Who do we want to get it? I feel like Tifereth has more of a shot of surviving, so we're gonna give it to her. Okay.
It is time for the chorus.
Might be a little bit early for the chorus, but you never know. I'm going to go for probably double justice. Yeah, double justice. Ow.
The chorus. We have become unlocked. The blade stands ready.
Okay, Wrath. A little early for Wrath. I don't want to do Wrath just yet. I will do Greed on Tifereth. She now has 3 of them.
In the name of love and hate.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go for all 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom. So we're going Donkey, Rooster, and Canine. This is gonna be a gigantic turn for Tifereth. I'll go for Love here, and then I will go for Gleam right here. This should be a relatively good turn. Okay, we win the clashes.
The chorus. The donkeys bray. The roosters crow. And the canines growl.
Wow, Gleam went really well for us. Okay. Let's re-roll.
Wrath.
And then... yeah, we'll do Hope. Okay, we gotta hope that we get high enough emotion level somewhat quickly here. Tifereth is going almost exclusively for Amaterasu. Very cool. You know what? We'll go for an unlock, and we will go for a multi-slash. And we'll just let the dice dictate what happens. Oh my god.
No, please don't leave me. Oh!
What can I say? The power of the magical girls is simply not one to be trifled with. Man, is this floor OP? This smells pretty good. Now, obviously, Amaterasu is a mega buff and ally character. And considering there's only one other ally, you probably saw that one coming. But still, that was like, mwah. Another 1v1. Oh boy, versus Rino. I mean, Rino was pretty legit last time we fought him, so... I think... oh, we can actually have 2 librarians. You know what? Sally and Angela. Why not? Alright. First aid kit, ulterior logic, experienced lone fixer. On round start, gain 3 strength, 1 endurance, 1 stagger protection if no other allies present. Clenched grudge. Recover 3 stagger resist on hit. Lose 5 stagger resist on clash. Lose. Interesting. Retaliate once more. Close combat. Akimbo. Reload. And Alagrando. Okay, I think we've got this. This should be nothing that we can't handle. Now then. Well, well then. Alright, keep your heads high. Oh my god, he's so fast. You know what? I'll take those odds. And then I'm going to go for Lean Bloody Wings and Shyness. So ideally, our counter dice is going to do pretty good here. Or not. That's fine. Ah! Okay, we did do damage, so he will lose a little bit of light. And because he's not shimmering, it shouldn't be that bad. Pulsation. And let's see what we've got. Reduce the cost of all pages in allies' deck by 1 this scene. Allies can only take up to 10 damage with an attack. All allies gain an additional speed die and re-roll all speed die. I want to reduce the cost. I know it's only on one other character, but I still want to reduce the cost. Okay, let's see. What have we got? We can double dodge that easy. And I also think we can double dodge that relatively easy. Now, I'm gonna go for Gale Kick, and we're just gonna see what happens. Ow. Oh, that worked out for us. Ah, oh, so much for the double dodge. Well, we got a single dodge. Oh, wait, what? How did Gale Kick not win that one? That looked like a win to me, but alright. Fair enough. I suppose it was not. Okay. Now I'm getting a little curious on how you're winning these. Let's go for Coffin. The double dodge should be relatively good. Wings Assemblage is not going to do a whole lot for us. We could go for the energy. I think it's a little too early for that. How many attacks? Book of Light. And then I'm also just going to go for Weight of Death. Even though nobody's dead, I think the extra damage will still be good. Coffin does land. We don't land either of the dodges, though. Cover a little bit of health. Ow! Ah! Ow! Whoa! Okay, let's go for Guilt on Sally. I'm going to go for Marionette. Here comes our second one. Dice on the targeted page are unaffected. On hit, immobilize. Could be very good. We saw how good it was against Zhao. Mass individual, inflict 2 bind. Mass summonation, randomly inflict 2 feeble or disarm. You know what? Stagnate time. It'll probably work out for us. Ooh, okay, that's gonna be a huge hit. So we're gonna go for Void. We're gonna go for Multi-Slash, and we're basically just gonna try and tank it out. I'm going to go for as much healing as I can. And then I'm also going to go... yeah. Hope to be a better person. Here we go. Clash. Yeah, we won one of them. Recover a little bit of health. Debuff quite a bit. Clash. Oh, first revive down. Almost, almost. Okay, here comes a revive. Revive one of many. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. You know what? What if we just deal 1,000,000 stagger damage? And then we also go for a big attack. And then we go for Shyness just to get a little bit of our light back. I'm going to try and clash that one. We're not going to win that one. And then let's stagnate time as well, because it's just an extra attack at the end of the day. So, here we go. Alright, he's staggered. Oh, he's dead. You dead! Nice. The power of Sally and Angela is a force to be reckoned with. What can I say? You simply can't win against the power of light and time. But now I think it's time for yet another Fixer Office, but this one is quite special. The Moonlight Office. Second Fixer Queen of Hatred. Oh boy. Okay, so speed 3, Encourage. On hit, recover 1 HP and 1 stagger resist of 3 random allies. Fighting Spirit. Upon reaching emotion level 2, offensive dice gain +2 power. On scene start, give 2 protection and 2 stagger protection to the ally with the least HP. Iron Will. Upon taking a lethal blow, reduce all incoming damage, including what activated this passive, by 50. Fully restore stagger resist after it goes off, basically. Magical Girl. Upon reaching emotion level 4, upgrades the passive ability Encourage and Fighting Spirit and Guardian. Lovesick. If other allies alive at the scene start, HP will not go below 25%. Get 8 stagger damage. Oh, I see. Do an additional 8 stagger damage, and offensive dice deal an extra 2 damage after an ally dies. Unstable emotion. Gain twice as many emotion points. If all other allies died this scene, gain the passive Hysteria. Lifesaver. On use, restore 1 light. On hit, recover 3 HP of 1 random ally. Love. On use, draw 1 page, draw 1 more page, and restore 3 light at the start of the next scene. On Clash Win, recover 5 HP, 5 stagger resist of all allies. Okay. Hate. Draw 1 page, draw 1 more page, and restore 3 light at the start of the next scene. On hit, inflict 1 fragile and 1 stagger fragile. Receiving request. On use, draw 1 page. On hit, recover user's HP by the natural roll value. In the name of justice. All dice on this page lose 5 power. On hit, recover 3 HP of 2 random allies, and then recover 3 HP of 1 random ally. Arcana Wave. This page is used first, regardless of the speed of other characters. On use, recover 10 stagger resist. On hit, purge protection, stagger protection from target, inflict 3 fragile and 3 stagger fragile, and gain 2 counter dice, which give 1 fragile, 1 stagger fragile, and recover 5 HP and 5 stagger resist of all allies. Blitz. Combat start. Offensive dice deal +3 damage for the scene, excuse me. On hit, recover 3 HP of all allies. Dark Side of the Moon. On Clash Win, recover 4 stagger resist, and on hit, inflict 1 feeble, disarm, and fragile. And Arcana Flash. Usable on and after the 4th scene, this page is exhausted on use and returns to hand after 4 scenes. On hit, recover 8 HP and 8 stagger resist of all allies. On Clash Win, destroy all of the opponent's dice. Moonlight Office Fixer. Encourage. On hit... Well, actually, we've already seen these two. Lifesaver, once more. Receiving request. In the name of justice, Dark Side of the Moon, and Blitz. And I'd imagine they all have that. Alrighty. So... fair's fair. I think we've basically brought out every floor in this episode. Do we bring out Hakma, or do we bring out Cheesed? Honestly, we don't see Hakma very often, do we? We, had a string where we saw him all the time, and I don't think we've actually seen him for a fair amount of time. So let's bring out Hakma.
Let's take a look at these guys. It's cleaner than I thought. It's kinda creepy.
Let's all cheer up and defeat them. We can do this.
Our opponent is a star of the city. We should better move carefully.
Alright. Then, you have come to the point of no return. There is no backing out past this moment.
Let's see, sharp barbed wire. Well, we're definitely not winning that. So, sharp barbed wire and shockwave. That should basically guarantee it. In the name of justice. This is actually going to be a relatively hard fight, now that I'm thinking about it. Gain 2 thorn. Thorn field to hand. Well, we're not winning that clash, I can tell you that much. Actually, we might win this one. And then let's go for that. And then I think we're going to go for opening ceremony. Right there. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that's a big hit. Give 2 endurance to all allies next scene. Yeah, I think that's the one. And then let's go for reorganize. Now, as for here, I'm going to go for the silence. And then we are also going to go for fence. Here we go. Ow. Yeah, chance of winning that was relatively low. Now, you might be questioning the weird pages we're using, but this floor's main strategy is just to survive. If we can just survive, we'll be fine. Obviously, if we can't survive, we won't be fine. Oh, wow, we actually won that one. Okay. Just spreading around as much defense as we possibly can. Ah, there goes Hakma's music. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. 6 protection, 4 protection, 1, 1, and 1. But, look at the endurance. Oh, yeah. See, I told you I sort of know what I'm doing. Now, that being said, you're the lowest, so I'm gonna defend you. Okay, here we go. Barbed wire. Okay, we don't expect that to win. That's fine. Ah, Thornfield works very nicely for us. Ouch. Oh, but that one didn't. Okay. Confrontation. Everybody gets more protection. No entry. Ow. Oh, we needed that one to win. Okay, not the end of the world. Lean, bloody wings. Here we go. We're starting to get there. But we still have a little bit more to go. I'm going to go for Bian. And then we're also going to go for opening ceremony right there. Keeper of the Thornfield. Okay, big turn. Here we go. Keeper of the Thornfield. Let the thorns spread. Okay, a couple blocked it. That's fine. Big damage. Multi-slash. Recover a bit of our resources. You are marked with erosion. Ow. Wow, that... Alright. Doing pretty well. Okay, Blitz does kind of suck, but we managed to get quite a bit of big damage. Counter dice. Ow. Okay, more protection. Recover some resources. More thorns. Okay. I'm actually gonna re-roll because these are not what I want. That one could be really good, actually. Here it is. Baptism. And we're gonna give it to Hakma. Okay. So, you probably know what we're doing. Let's go for, who has, I forget exactly who it is. Ah, it's Abby. Okay. Let's give some endurance, some more endurance, even more endurance. And then we're going to go for Ominous Power. And that goes into... Bian. Okay, and then we're going to gain some endurance. We're going to do some damage. More thorns. And even more thorns. Before, you guessed it, getting more thorns. Going for the multi-slash. More endurance. And more protection. Here we go. Very good. Oh, almost got a stagger there. We did get a stagger there. This floor is so gimmicky, but I love it. Okay, multi-slash. Jeez, that was some big damage. Prepare for your judgment, you evil villains. Okay, they're looking a little bit upset. Our emotion is not climbing nearly high enough. Okay, let's gain some more light, shall we? I'm going to go for Serpentine Barrier, and I'm also going to go for BN. And then I'm also going to spread a little bit of endurance. That should be relatively good. Let's try and guarantee some kills here, shall we? And then let's restore 1 light here. And that's that's all he's got. No entry should win. And then bam. Abby's gonna take some damage. There's no getting around that one. Oh! Reorganize.
Doth thou know what is on the way? You will. Thy soul is corrupt. Let thy light into thy world.
If that doesn't tell you what we're building for, I don't know what will. Confession, yes. And now, Paradise Lost. Well, allow me to show you
What thine's divine will holds.
Here we go.
Thy's paradise is lost.
Okay, she cannot go below that threshold, so we're just gonna wail on her, especially because she's going to become hysteric from the sounds of it. So let's just buff up then, shall we? After all, under his guidance, we cannot fall. Cover as much as we can. And here we go.
Thy's light is never ending. Now, thy will pay. Thy words are holy.
Let us show them the meaning of true faith.
Thy faith art weak. Our faith is strong. Let thy light lead me.
Here we go. Hysteric. Arcana Wave, Blitz, Dark Side of the Moon in the name of justice. Okay, Iron Will, Lovesick, Arcana Passion. Allies get an offensive boost. Okay, those don't matter anymore. Alright. Hysteria. What was that? Cost of all pages reduced by 1, gains 2 strength and 5 stagger fragile for the rest of the act.
Do not deny me.
Okay, well that didn't quite work out, but...
Allow me to teach you.
Yeah, she's going down. Even with all that strength, you simply cannot withstand our power. So this floor is actually built in a way to where our whole goal is to get to this point, and then we are just mega empowered. We're spreading around so many buffs that there is no chance. Once we hit this stage, it's basically over. Speaking of over, I believe this fight has come to an end.
Now, let me guide thee. Be gone.
Well, that was fun. Alrighty, so with that, I believe we have actually done quite a bit of catch-up. I'm glad I maybe should have sprinkled some of those general receptions just in between other mods, but all in all, I think a full episode of just a ton of progress is always a good thing. And because it's been a while, I think I'm going to go through everybody's build. Oh boy, there's a lot of them, but we're going to go through each and everyone's build, and we're just going to show you what we've got. It's going to be a little bit rapid fire because of the sheer amount of builds, but hopefully that is okay. After all, we do have every single floor to go through, so I'm basically just going to show what we have. And you can feel free to pause at any moment. Obviously, the battle symbols, the combat list are both right there. And then I will scroll through the passives as we get to them. Overall, though, I'm willing to say most of our floors are doing pretty well. Like, for the most part, I don't think there's really a floor which is bad at this point, but there potentially is some floors that need reworking. I'm looking at you, Netzak. Obviously, Netzak is probably the first and foremost one that comes to mind when it needs a little bit of a rework. But that is okay, because I'm pretty sure every floor, if nothing else, has a relatively good idea behind it. Some are a little bit more synergistic than others, whereas some are just kind of like a person-to-person base. But all in all, I think we're looking pretty good on builds. Especially considering how bad I am at building builds. You know, it does... There are some times where maybe I should just step back and look at builds. But for the most part, I think we're relatively okay. Maybe some builds need a little bit of a second eye or a little bit of a touch-up, but I'm not, like, super upset about any of our builds. Though, some are absolutely better than others. That much is kind of a given, but, you know, that's okay. I definitely think Mao's build is probably one of the more strange ones. I think Kizuna maybe isn't the best thing, but at the same time, it's so much fun to just have a character who's stacking up strength and endurance like crazy. Even though that character can't actually do damage, it is pure stagger damage, you know, it's still, it's not the worst thing in the world. At least I don't think. Yeah, I definitely think some of our builds do need a little bit of a rework. Some are fairly quote-quote old. And obviously, there are a couple Angels of Ruina pages which I shouldn't have because technically I never beat it. Yeah. And then I did like cheat the ending, but then I kind of doubled back on it. I was just going to show the final cutscene, but I decided against it because at some point I want to go back and beat all those mods that have thoroughly just destroyed me. Angels of Ruina, Turbulence Office, you know, things of that nature. I do at some point want to go back and just like beat it for real. But it's probably probably going to be just a little bit until we do that. Obviously we do have quite a bit of mods we still need to get through, but yeah, you know, I'd say it is absolutely something that I want to go back and do, though, because I don't want to leave a mod just totally unbeaten. Call it the perfectionist in me, but ideally I would like to have under my belt that I've actually beaten every single mod that I've played, which is not exactly an easy thing to want, but that is what I want. So we are going to go back to any and all mods that we haven't fully beaten. So yeah, it should be okay. Obviously, we'll probably go back when we have a lot stronger decks, or more heavily modded decks, if nothing else. So, yeah, you know, that'll be something. But yeah, there are some passives I definitely think we could do better on. Like, Jack's passive isn't bad, but there could be better for this. As for what, you got me. And then Netzak's floor is the one I definitely think needs the biggest rework. Because in theory, it seems really, really good. In practice, though, it doesn't seem nearly as good as I might have thought. Maybe ranged decks are just kind of weak. Or maybe I built it like complete trash. Honestly, could be either. No way for me to tell without a second opinion, if I'm being honest. But I'm certain after showing off all of our decks, there'll be a second opinion. At least one or two, probably. Don't worry, we're like almost halfway through all the decks. Now, I'm pretty sure most of these decks are actually pretty much identical, except for some of the passives. Obviously, we do want to have a little bit of variety. Sure, it might be the most effective thing to just have a copy-pasted build like 9 times, but it's also just a little bit boring. So, you know, you want to have that little bit of variety in your floors. Now, Ardent Allegiance might be something we actually want to put in Hakma's floor, but we'll see. But it definitely feels like a more Hakma floor thing. Especially with how we have Hakma's floor built, where it's built to just survive and to spread buffs as much as we possibly can. And I also think one thing is, I have a fixation on fairly, like, the effects of cards rather than the numbers of cards. Which is why you see multi-slash as much as you do. Sorry, I have a hiccup. Is because multi-slash just has a really, really powerful effect. And that's the reason I use it so much, is because the effect is just really good. It costs 1, it restores 2 light, and then it draws a page. It's cheap, it's effective. Which I also think is my downfall. I need to look at the numbers more than I actually do. Because it definitely gets me into trouble that I'm like, ooh, this has an amazing effect, and then it's like 1 to 2 damage. I don't believe our magical girls have changed very much. Obviously, their decks can't change at all. But, I'm just, like, really happy with most of our floors. Obviously, they could be a little bit better, but for the most part, they're all just, like, legit. Like, in my mind, there's really just, like, nothing to change. Now, I would change Amaterasu to be, Little Miss Queen of Hatred, but Marcos Jr. pretty much has that, title. Set in stone. So if it wasn't for that, I would just have this be a full-on magical girl floor, and then maybe make Tiferet the magical girl of fiction. And I think that would just be a legit floor. Just like 5 magical girls on one floor. Like, that's just ridiculously solid. Like, I don't think you can really go wrong with 5 magical girls, other than the fact that they can't use ego pages at all. But, you know, other than that, other than just ego pages being literally useless, it's still, you know, the idea's there. Kinda, sorta. Yeah? And then some of our floors are definitely lacking synergy, which might be why some of them feel a little bit weaker than others, is because there isn't that tight-knit that, for example, Cheesed's floor has with itself, which is just immense charge. Although, if we really wanted to think about it, an Angels of Ruina floor would work at its best in Cheesed's floor because of the passive that revives you and the ego page that revives your characters for 1 turn. Considering a lot of it has to do with, you know, friendly allies being alive, or like friendly buffs on allies, that floor has the absolute best time pulling it off, I think, because at best, you have 2 revives for every single character, even though 1 is only for a turn. And then if you add more revives onto them, like Guts, Unrelenting, you know, stuff of that nature, that's a potential 3rd, 4th revive. Like, that's crazy. And then if you have Time Girl's page, that's even more revives. Like, she already doesn't die. And then, well, no, she does die a lot, but she technically doesn't die because she just, wow. But you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's potentially a really, really powerful floor idea too. But in some cases, some of the reasons characters' builds are a little bit weird is because a viewer or, you know, something of that nature has requested a specific type of build, which is why some builds seem like they're a little weaker than others, is because they want a specific kind of build, and most of the time I'm just not good enough. You know, like, I try, but I'm just not quite there, so, you know, a little bit my fault. I'm not the perfect deck builder. By the way, the fact I keep pausing my speech is because the game lags, so I'm pretty sure my audio just cuts whenever the game lags, so that's why I'm talking as if I'm lagging. Is because I'm trying to prevent myself from having laggy speech by using laggy speech. I know, a little bit weird, but that's okay. Or it sounds totally fine, because like I said, it is lagging whenever I change pages, and then it's like, oh, why is he talking all stuttered? He sounds fine to me. Yeah, I don't know that until I start editing, so I'm just playing it a bit safe. But hopefully it's not giving anybody a headache, because I know talking so strangely is, yeah, a little annoying. But it's for the best, you know, just in case. I definitely do think some of my floors are more well-built than others. I actually think the strongest floors have an inherent synergy with not only the floor itself, but with the teammates. Malkuth's floor is probably the best example of that because of the burn and the bind synergy with the actual floor itself and the people on the floor, which is actually why we moved Kyle there, because he has huge burn procs, and it synergizes from burn procs, so I figured, well, that'll be a perfect place to put him. Now, obviously, in the next game, actually, I don't even know if you can make your own characters in the next game. I know it's supposedly going to be a gacha game, which is a little worrying, I won't lie, but I don't think you can make your own characters in it, which is a little bit disappointing for me. I also know it's going to be completely voice acted, which it does take a little bit of the fun out of it for me, because I like to voice act. I like to do voices. I think it's part of the reason some of you guys are even here is because of those little voices, but I also don't necessarily want to just mute the actual voice actors and do it over them, because I won't do it as well as they do it. I know that for a fact. But I'm kind of just letting myself ramble. Hopefully that didn't accidentally kick my plug, so I had to make sure everything was good. So, but we're good. I think. Yeah, completely forget what I was saying, but I'm pretty sure part of the reason some of you guys are here is because of the little voices I do. So, you know, I'm kind of just, I guess, talking out anxiety about stuff, but it is part of the fun to, like, make up voices for some of the characters and, you know, give them my own little spin. But I guess when the time comes and the game actually comes out, it probably won't be that bad just to listen to the actual voice actors do stuff, especially because I don't think any characters that we know are going to be there. Other than, say, like, the Purple Terror, who almost, I'm like 90% sure she's gonna show up. Which I'm not opposed to. But, okay, now, like I said, I'm trying to stay relatively spoiler-free on it. But apparently some people just get powers from characters who aren't dead. Like, some people can get Roland's gloves, and I'm just like, what? Like, yeah, from a gameplay perspective, it makes total sense, but... Oh, wait. There we go. From a gameplay perspective, it makes total sense. You want to have that variety in, like, what your characters can and can't do, but at the same time, it's like... Isn't that kind of weird? That a character who isn't dead is just, like... Some other character has the exact same thing that they do? Like, wouldn't it be weird if, like, say there's a character named Patty. Patty's a real tiny girl, but she's running around with the freaking mimicry sword and Red Mist's jacket. Like, isn't that a little strange? I mean, I guess not. Like, characters do it here, right? But here, at least, there's a reason. And I guess there is a reason in the new game too. Like, the whole phrase of the game is like that you have to gather up the ego, and I guess those are technically ego things, so I don't know. We'll see when the game actually comes out. But as for me just theory crafting about it, I definitely don't fully understand right now, but then again, it took me ages to even consider that the voice in the light was Carmen. Even though the game itself practically beats you over the head with that knowledge, it's like, hey, you know that voice in the light? It's probably Carmen and or Ayan. And then, even at the end of the game, Carmen is there, and then I'm pretty sure Ayan has something to say as well, off memory. So it's like, the game literally tells it to you, and I didn't even get it until, like, the start of this episode, so that tells you how quick I am to catch on to things. So, you know, not exactly the fastest guy to catch on to that, but that's okay, because eventually I do catch on. So I'm kind of thinking maybe it'll have something like that in the new game, where it's like, you know, you might not understand it at first, but give it some time, it'll all make sense. That's what I'm thinking. By the way, this floor, for the most part, is built around actually being in the White Knight form, which is why their gifts are a little bit odd. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with a lot of our builds. Some of them do need work, and I've been rambling for what feels like ever, because we have so many builds to go through. But that's okay. By the way, I don't know why we have a duplicate Black Silence, but I just have it on him so that it doesn't mess up the key pages. But yeah, overall, I would like to hear your guys' opinion on the deck building. Like, for example, I know a couple people do not like Sally's Sigla's build. But this build is more like, maybe not as built for the actual page as it should be, but it's built for like a more lore reason, which is empowered when everyone's alive, super, super vengeful when everybody's dead. At least that's the theory behind it. As for how well I did on that, well, it's kind of hard to say. And Mayumi is just so perfect for Vera. Vera has always just been a pure slash character, and then Path to Mastery rewards you for being pure slash. So it's like, this is just the perfect page for Vera. I'm so happy at how it turned out. It's like +4 slash power at all times. Like, and then +5 because of offensive dice power, so it's just like, oh. So good. And then Angelica's a little bit weird because it purges her pages at the start of a fight, and then she basically just has Roland's pages, which is why I just have a bunch of zero cost stuff, but that's fine. Also, I'm pretty sure she has identical battle symbols to Roland, and probably identical passives, because they're basically the exact same build. Give or take a few oddities with what they do. And we finish it off with Angela, which is kind of funny. Obviously, we are using the AN mod Angela page with the... can't remember the name. But the Pale Librarian's cosmetics, because I just really like how the Pale Librarian looks. Like, even this far into the game, I still just prefer long hair Angela. I never got over that. I just really prefer long hair Angela. Obviously, we are making use of the Raven Black Feathers. Petite, because we actually have a lot of dodge in Angela's build. And then a Just Dance, because you never know. But overall, that is every single one of our builds. I would be very curious what you guys think of the builds and where they could potentially be better. Some of the problems I run into is we just don't have enough passives for everybody. And that's probably the most, not confusing. That's probably the weirdest part, is that as much as I would love to just throw on the same passive on every single character, you just don't have that many passives. So, yeah, some builds are suffering because of that. But anyway, I have rambled on for long enough, and with the end of the showcase of all of our builds, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this action-packed adventure in which we showed off not every. We showed off a lot of general receptions and showed off where our builds currently stand, because I know it's been a while since we've done that. So, I'm thinking in the next episode we're probably going to continue a bit more dat, and we might do some regular modded receptions here as well. We'll see how it goes. But, that's just what I'm thinking. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you
In the next one.
I also know there was a Halloween mod jam, so maybe we'll see a lot of those. Bye.